Kenny Hypa, the self-styled cigar monkey, is a DJ and producer with energy and passion by the truckload. His style ranges from UK amapiano to funky house, trap soul and R&B. It's all there. As a producer, Kenny has gained support from key figures in the UK house scene, but he is his own inspiration, evolving a sound from his old school roots but flipped and dipped with a new wave direction. GraceInYaFace welcomes Kenny Hypa. Welcome to the show. It's MaZin Grace. It's GraceInYaFace, and I'm here with a very, very special guest. Hyper by name, hyper by nature. It's Mr. Kenny Hypa. There he is. Yeah, looking quiet. It's cold. You're looking like an Eskimo today. What's going on?
Yes, it's cold outside.
What's the vibe?
It's very cold. The vibe is England.
The vibe is England in November 2024.
November 2024.
And it's flipping cold. But listen.
Effing cold.
We are here. We're going to get warmed up anyway because we're going to play some music in a bit. But look, Kenny, we've been here before, haven't we?
Yeah,
this is like unfinished business. Yeah. This time we're doing it properly though.
Tina Maria, Deja Vu.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, I've been watching you here and there, you know, seeing what you're up to. I've seen you about in Clubland, you know, obviously heard the music.
We went back to back the other day, didn't we?
We went back to back. Can I just say, from my point of view, that was a complete disaster.
It was
but
fine.
I'm a novice.
It was fine.
Right?
I think it was just your performance was fine. It was what was going on in your head.
What was in my head.
That had you all over the place.
And just so people understand, me and Kenny went back to back at a good friend's event, Disco B, shout out to Disco B. And Kenny just walked in, casual as you like, and just put his headphones on and just went straight into it. And we were going to go back to back. And he said to me, you know, put on this track. And at that moment, the room filled up. And I looked out into the crowd and I was like, I can't do this. I can't do this. Kenny, save me. And I completely froze. And Kenny just took it home. You took it home, so thank you for doing that. Okay. But you are a professional because you've been doing this for a long time. Yeah. Now, DJ, producer, photographer. Yeah. You've got all these creative tendons. Where does this start for you?
Where does it start? Yeah. Music, production. Right. Back when I was at school and I saw a drum machine in drama class and I loved it. Yeah. The drum machine, I don't know, it just kind of took me somewhere else. Yeah. You get it? So just from there, that's my first recollection, you know?
Of getting into music.
Of music, yeah.
And how old are we at this point?
At the thing,
at that point,
secondary school, so probably about...
Teens? Late teens? Early teens?
Early teens.
Early teens.
12. Okay.
Yeah,
about 12.
About 12-ish.
Yeah.
So did you take it through, or did you kind of stop, or is this something that you're doing now?
No, I got into road at that time. So I didn't really pick it up until really in my early 20s. Right. You get me? When I first then started buying vinyl.
That's a massive gap.
LL Cool J doing it. I can remember Horace Brown album. So back in those days, what year would that have been? 1998 maybe.
Okay. So that's the sort of music that you're picking up on at that age?
At that age, yeah.
Right, okay. Yeah. So what are you doing with your music? Are you just enjoying it? Are you raving? Are you actually getting into music? In the sense of, or are you DJing at this point? what are you doing with the music?
I DJ, but the production is where my heart's at.
Yeah, no, but I'm talking about back then.
Oh, so back
you're just enjoying music like everyone else.
I was like, you know what? I need to be a good boy. I need to find something that stimulates me, because like with a lot of youngsters, when they're going to school and that school doesn't stimulate them, because the curriculum is the same curriculum then as it is now. They're only just doing computer studies now, really. Do you understand what I'm saying? So I wasn't engaged back then. Do you get it? Like, okay. So what gets you into the music now? As in at that point. At that point, you want this is what when you decide that this is what you want to do. When I was like 20. Okay. When I was like 20, I need to find a vice that's not anything else. It's not a naughty vice. It's not a naughty vice. Find a vice that's not a naughty vice. Okay. And you know, it's like what I really love, like music. I really love music. Like a lot of people can resonate. That can resonate with. So you DJing at this point? At that point, no, I weren't really DJing. I just started to buy records and stuff to get me and learn how to do it and how to mix. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Okay. Because I mean, look, you're one of the guys that's where you started on vinyl. Yeah. Yeah. So you've gone from vinyl. Obviously, you're onto the digital. Yeah. But I'm trying to get sort of to chart the journey. At what point do you decide? Yeah. Okay, I want to DJ. Yeah. You know, or for example, I want to produce. Yeah. When does that become a thing? Because I mean, look, the last couple of years you've been putting out track after track after track. Yeah. Okay, so. I'm not trying to guess his age or anything, but you know. When I was sitting in a jail cell, thinking, what do I want to do with my life? Okay. What do I like? Music. What can I do in music? Right. I can DJ. I see. Why not? I'm going to be the best DJ in the world. Right. You know so you went to the sort of the depth. I went to the low point. Yeah. Okay. And I knew that I didn't want to be in this low point. I see. Doing road stuff. You get it? Man need to like, come out of it. Come correct. Yeah, do you know what I'm saying? I was missing all my people, my family and that. Do you know what I'm saying? I see. So that's a turning point in terms of I really want to do this as a thing. I want to make it. So look, I mean, I'm going to talk about that guy, that person, the cigar monkey, the cigar monkey on the wall. But what is success to you then? What is success to me? That's a good question, because I think success means different things to different people. I want to know what it means to you. Do you understand what I'm saying? So success to me... I do understand what you're saying, yeah. Success to me, it's like recently I've learned to appreciate what I have and what I have been doing. So if you had asked me that question a year ago, I would have said to you certain amount of figures in my bank account and my face being or my music being played all over the world. Okay. Do you get me? That would have been success. But that's one part of success, isn't it? Or a different level of success. Right. Do you get me? Because right now I'm very successful in what I'm doing, because I've come from programming to being able to now master my own tracks on one machine. And that is successful to me. Okay, that's why I asked you. I want to know what it means to you. Yeah, I'm here, sitting here with you. To me, that's success. Okay. Do you understand what I mean? Yeah, I completely do. And one of the reasons why I asked you that question, because when I look on your Instagram, right, it says on there, I will play Boiler Room one day. Yeah. And I'm thinking, okay, so that must be a goal. That must be a measure of I've made it, or at least... It's something that I want to do. Okay. Why? It's something that I want to do. Why? Why? Because the Boiler Room sessions, it captures me. When I watch them, and I might not even know the DJ, it might be the first time I'm seeing it, but just the way that the crowd is around the DJ and the DJ is just there, it's just like, it's the kind of environment I like. I see. I love playing with MCs. Yeah. I love that energy that the MCs bring around me when I'm DJing and they're there. So I like to have that energy around you. That energy. So I don't like to just be there by myself. Sure. You know what I mean? So that becomes an opportunity for you to show off your skill, to enjoy the energy with the crowd, with the room, and show them what you've got. Yeah. Yeah. In essence, because you are playing a lot of your own stuff. Yeah.
I notice these days. You're kind of pushing your music.
Yeah,
I mean, it's like you know, if you're a designer, you wear your own brand, and that's one of the things I like about you. So, you know, producer wise, who are you feeling UK wise?
Who am I feeling UK wise?
Other producers.
Other producers. Doneo.
Okay.
Mad One.
Yeah.
Charles Caliber.
Yeah.
There's a couple others as well. They're not on the tip of my tongue at the moment. You know
in terms of worldwide, where's your palette?
K Tronada.
Okay.
I love K Tronada.
Yeah.
Kenny Dope. I love Kenny Dope as well.
Okay.
And I love those Amapiano producers as well.
Superb,
I think
superb.
they're hitting it hard.
So Kenny, who's that guy?
Who's that guy? That's the Cigar Monkey.
The Cigar Monkey. What's
Cigar
the Cigar
Monkey?
We're going to see more of that, I know, but what is that? Tell us what the Cigar Monkey is.
The Cigar Monkey is the logo I made for myself back in the day when I was Kenny Hypa and I was on the first music journey and everything went left. And I thought to myself, when I was coming back to the music, I said, should I create another persona?
Right.
Or should I just go with my old persona that I had in the first place?
And what was the old persona?
This guy here, Kenny Hypa, like passionate about making music.
Okay.
Do you know what I'm saying?
So the decision was to stay with your...
Because I could have made a new persona, like for my
I
photography.
see. So this was the persona?
Yeah, for my photography, I made a new persona.
I see, right.
Steve Taylor.
Right.
That was the persona I made for me as a photographer.
I see.
Yeah, so it's going back into music. It's like, am I gonna be Kenny Hypa like I was years ago, or am I gonna make a new persona? So I thought that's long because I do stuff like that.
Yeah.
Make new things all the time. ADHD. But, so I thought, let me go with this one. Let me just stick with that. The Cigar Monkey.
Yeah.
You get it?
Because it's a wicked visual, isn't it? I mean, when you see it, you're gonna know immediately.
You know immediately.
That's that guy. You know, once people start to get to know, because you know you're still building the brand, you're still building the profile, the music's out there, the bootlegs are out there, guys.
Yes,
the water.
I love bootlegs.
Yeah,
for some
the Tyler
reason.
track.
Do you know what I love about bootlegs? Is the fact that I only do tunes that I like.
Yeah.
And it's the fact that I can put my spin on a track that I really love.
Yeah.
And that can go out into the metaverse and be there.
Yeah.
That's what I love about that.
Yeah. And we had this conversation before because you don't even mind if, I think you said to me, if they come knocking and say you can't do this, right? You said to me that that's a really good thing.
Yeah.
You don't care.
No.
Because someone's noticed what you're doing.
Yeah.
Right? And they're only noticing because it matters, because it's relevant.
Yeah.
And because it's got an impact, I guess.
And if I'm in court, the cameras are going to all be there. So they're all going to know me. Yeah,
Good publicity.
like
This is the guy who
Mike Tyson and Jake Paul. Everyone's going to, all the young people know who Mike Tyson is now.
Yeah, because of Jake Paul. Yeah, exactly.
Jake Paul.
So it's a good thing, but you know, it's your creative process. So you're putting out your own stuff, but you're actually doing the remixes, doing the refixes of tracks which people love. You know, and your stuff, you know, it is. I mean, actually, tell us, you know, what is your recipe?
My recipe
for, you know, a banging track.
I don't know. I don't know what the recipe for a banging track is. Do you get it? Because I make tunes and I don't think they're banging. And then I make tunes and I think it's banging.
Okay. Like, so you sometimes feel it and you sometimes don't.
Yeah, so I just go, what I feel is banging, you hear it.
I see.
Do you know what I'm saying? You hear it.
But you don't have a full... Okay, so what's your process? What's your creative process? You want to do a track. What's the first thing that's coming to you? How does it work?
Like today, I was in the gym and I had a thought previously that I remembered again.
Yeah.
Cut it. You need to cut it. You know that cut it tune. So I'm thinking to use the cut it in a house track for people that like to cut shapes.
Okay.
You get it? So I wrote that down in my notes.
Yeah.
So
whilst
I was in the gym, so then I'm gonna go at some point and then make that remix.
I see. Okay.
Or track or whatever you want to call it.
And so when you're doing the remix, again, is there a thing that you're So what does it start with?
It just starts with whatever. Like there's
drums?
no
Drums, please.
It could start with the drums. I did a track the other day like I'm gonna play it. It's on the EP, the new EP Layers that I'm gonna play today.
Good.
And it started with the sample.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's like I try not to say I start with the drums or I start with this. I start with whatever it is
grabs you,
inspiring me.
And then you build everything around
that. Yeah. And I have no musical knowledge. I don't understand blah blah blah. All the keys and all that. I just do whatever sounds good.
Wow.
Do you get it? So if it sounds good, then that's what I go with.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, completely. It makes sense. But for me, who, you know, I don't play any, well, not obviously, but I don't play any instruments. I don't have a musical brain in any way. Obviously I can hear good music.
Yeah.
To me, that is quite, over there, that you can just have no training.
Yeah.
And maybe it isn't that weird. Be so adept to kind of just putting music together because it's very structured. You know, when you
Go on.
I was going to say, when you listen to, when I listen to your music, I can hear. It's almost like I probably know when it's one of your tracks.
Right.
Like for example, Mad One.
Yeah.
I know now when it's his track.
Yeah.
He's got
that certain sound.
Certain sound on it. Yeah. Like I know when it's that's a Kenny track.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
But you're saying you don't have a formula.
No, I don't really have a formula. No.
I don't believe you.
Do you know what I'm saying? Because for
lying.
me, because the thing is, it's like
you must have a formula because we can hear a sound.
Yeah, but that's just me, isn't it? It's like when you meet me, I'm always going to be that same person.
Yeah.
Do you get it? So that's like when I make music, I'm always going to be that same person. Whether it's a UK amapiano tune, whether it's a soulful house tune, or whether it's a rock beat tune or whatever, you're still going to kind of get that way because there's a certain way I make music just naturally.
Okay.
Do you get it? But I was going to say...
I'm trying to understand that process. But you're saying you don't have
I'm not saying this... I can't pinpoint it.
Yes, you can.
It
Do it now.
Is what it is. It's just is what it is, isn't it? Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
all right. Well, I'm going to have to... Yeah, I might have to get back at you on that one.
Yeah, and then I wanted to pick up on the point about no training and stuff. I think... It's about what equipment you use. From you learn your equipment, you don't need to then have any musical training because you know how to use
that
the equipment.
You can drum, and then that's the way you drum.
Do you understand? Yeah. You need to have a musicality about you, and that could be found in anybody from my grandson to my granddaughter to you. It doesn't matter. Anyone can have musicality.
Yeah.
Do you get it?
Yeah.
But then the equipment, how do you then transfer that musicality to this piece of equipment?
Sure.
Or that piece of equipment.
And you've just got your method of doing it the way you do it.
Yeah. So I use my equipment and I use it. So when I get to know how to do it, then I can put out.
And have you thought about doing any collaborations? Would you do a collab?
Yes, I would.
With another producer?
I do want to collaborate with producers. Okay. Yeah.
And do you feel that you've got what it takes to do that, or you just go in there with your tools?
Yeah, I just go with my energy and my vibes, isn't it?
Okay, right, and just bring your stuff to the table, and what comes out hopefully is like amazing. Yeah. Okay. So look, we've gone from it's house now. It's UK. I would say, if I was gonna compartmentalize, I would say UK amapiano. I would say funky house. Those two things, but that isn't actually your origins. You started out as hip hop, right?
Yeah.
Right. So how comes we're sort of in the house space now?
Because the house space. Like I was saying to you earlier, the acid house. That was where.
To Jenny, by the way.
Yeah, that was where.
Jenny on cam.
That was where I had the most memorable.
Interesting.
Because that was my teen. You know that coming of age.
Yeah.
So that was my coming of age.
Were you listening to house when you were a teenager?
House. Yeah. Acid house. Come and get my loving. Dum 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 dum. Dum 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 dum. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like all those kinds of tunes there. So that was me coming of age. That was when I was going out, come out the rave sweating. I'm so wet, dripping.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? At 6 o'clock in the morning. And that was my coming of age. So it's like I felt like I wanted to still sample that.
Okay.
That lifestyle, not lifestyle, but that energy that comes with that.
Okay.
Do you know what I'm saying?
I don't know if it's an age thing though, because a lot of people that I speak to, they started out listening to R&B, very soulful music, and then I don't know, getting older. It's
I still listen to R&B.
Music. Yeah, I know, but but you're producing house was what I'm driving at. You're not producing R&B.
I do.
Oh, you do.
You just don't hear it.
Oh, okay. How come?
Because that's not where
your love.
No, it's just not where I'm situated. You get it? So
situated.
Yeah.
Okay.
So when I feel like more relaxed with what's going on in the house, with me in the house,
okay,
then you will hear some more of that. And also with the R&B, I need to have the right vocalist.
Okay.
Do you get me? I'm not gonna settle for any vocalist. It's she or he gonna have to be the right vocalist. Because I'm not making no whack.
I know someone.
Tunes. Okay.
I know someone. I'll hook you up later. I'll hook you up later. He's fantastic. He's wicked.
That's even better. Guy, I'm feeling that.
Yeah, this is wicked. Okay, fine. So look, you're putting out music. You've got an exclusive that you're going to play for us today.
I've got an EP, a new EP, 5-track EP.
Whoop.
It's called Layers, and the title speaks for itself. Do you understand what I'm saying? Layers. There's layers to me. There's layers to the music.
Okay.
There's layers to the EP.
Right. So that's coming out when?
That will come out after this show comes out.
Okay.
There's no point bringing it out before this show.
That's why you asked me earlier when this was coming out.
Yeah.
I see. Anyway, we can keep it on ice. There's no, we can keep them tantalised and teased. Just drop it at the right time.
Exactly.
Okay, so you've got the EP coming out.
Yeah.
What's happening in 2025?
2025 events. I'm doing an event with Deep House Honeys, Ibiza Wave.
You're going.
in
Yes, I saw Ibiza Wave.
Yeah, so that's going to be a shutdown. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to that. And there's going to be more events.
Okay.
More music. And more.
What about your brands? Because you've got two brands. Your
clothing line.
No, not the clothing line. Your club nights. You're not doing that
back in
anymore.
the days.
Yeah, back in the days.
Yeah, back in the days. That's what I'm saying. More events. So back in the days, there's one of those coming up on the 28th of December. I'm doing something in Norwich, which is a garage night, strictly garage and UK funky. That's on the 27th of December. Did I say November for back in the days? So that's 28th of. So the 27th Norwich and the 28th of December. Back in the days.
Okay. Do you have a booking agent?
No.
Okay. Because when I asked you, sort of criteria for success. I mean, you should have a booking agent, by the way. But when I asked you that because that's one of my criteria for success. Having somebody who says you are good enough to be booked. I'm going to make money off of you. Yeah, I know that can be used in a different way. Making money off somebody.
So if there's anyone that wants to be my booking agent, DM me, Kenny/Hypa.
Shameless. Yeah, no, but honestly, that to me is like a criteria because now you've got someone saying, we want to put you out there and put your stuff, you're good enough to be up on stage playing to, the crowd, the hands in the air, whoa, that whole thing, whoa, the crowd's going wild and hello London, it's MaZin Grace, it's Kenny Hypa, my special guest. And everyone's like, that to me is like, and someone has booked you for that thing. That to me is like a criteria of success. Now, we're not saying we're going to ever do that. We're not saying we're ever going to get to that point.
Well, you have to say you're going to get to that point.
It's what you
I heard you talking on the last one with Louise that you were talking about manifestation.
Yeah, true. Manifestation.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Make it happen. See it, what is it? See it, say it, believe it.
Yeah, there you go.
So, I think that's
right. Whatever my mind can conceive, create, and believe I can achieve, I will succeed.
Oh, wow.
That shows how slim I am because it's all blurred.
Do you know what? I think, saying that is a perfect way to end. Can you give me that again? Because I need to soak that in.
Whatever my mind can create, I forgot it now. Create, blah blah, and
blah,
believe
blah.
I
blah, blah, blah.
will achieve.
Right.
I will succeed.
Well, I think
I reeled it off at first. Like, the first bit, the first time I did it,
it was good the first time.
It was everything. It was right there.
We can cut that
You
out.
can cut that shit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So listen, Kenny, it's been an absolute pleasure.
Yes.
I had another plan for today, but that didn't quite come together. But you know, it's actually been really nice sitting with you in the loo.
In the loo.
In the bog.
Yeah.
In the toilet.
I didn't fart, by the way. Like, my family's gonna be like...
He actually smells really nice.
My family's gonna be like, you didn't fart. Oh my God, you was in the toilet and you didn't fart.
It's been an absolute pleasure to have you, Kenny.
Yes, thank you for having me.
We're going to go and play some music.
Okay.
We're going to listen to that exclusive.
Exclusive EP.
And do you know what? I will have you back anytime, anywhere, any place. And I'll see you in Clubland.
For another back-to-back, hopefully.
Well, hopefully, yeah. So guys, listen, thank you for joining us. It's been Kenny Hypa. It's been me, MaZin Grace. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, interact, do all that good stuff. Press the notification button. And I'll see you next time on Grace in Your Face.